How's it, people? It's Raine Rajin here. Thank you for joining me as I tell my tales that give chicken skin goosebumps. Chicken skin tales. Anyway, um, after my first chicken skin story that I had shared with you, um, I think it was last week. Anyway, I'll put it in the eye in the sky. Um, I'll probably also leave an annotation somewhere. So check that video out, the first chicken tales story. Anyway, after I had told that story, I had went to bed. The next morning, I woke up. Um, I this eye was all bloodshot. It was like the half the eye, entire eye was all red, like filled with blood. My eye wasn't bleeding. It was just all red. It was like totally bloodshot. I don't know what happened, how it happened. My husband brought me to the emergency room, the ER. The doctor said that they couldn't find anything wrong with me, that it could be a ruptured vein. They had told me that it could have been either I rubbed my eye too hard, or I sneezed or coughed hard and it caused the rupture. I don't remember coughing hard or sneezing hard, sneezing violently like that. I do have a tendency of rubbing my eyes from time to time, but not in a hard manner. I don't know what happened, but I'm just hoping that it wasn't like a spirit attack, because that is freaky. But anyway, as I was healing, I should have took a picture. I should have took a picture. I really wanted to. When it was really bloodshot, but then I didn't. It didn't cross my mind. I just was worried. My hubby was worried. That's why he brought me to the ER. But then I think it was the day after or 2 days later, my eye was healing, I took a picture and it shows redness. And I'll post a picture up for you. Anyway, the chicken skin tale that I'm about to share is a story or an experience from my younger days, when we used to go visit graveyards. Okay, back in the day when I was in high school, um, me and my friend, who I call my sister, um, she, I don't want to say her name, so let's just call her Jay. Um, Me and Jay would go cruising a lot. Um, I didn't have a car at the time, but she did. And one of the places that we used to like to cruise was, just for the thrill of it, was Diamond Head. Um, but the place that we used to go to at Diamond Head wasn't the scenic area. We would go to this place. Um, I don't know what the name of it is. And I probably wouldn't know how to get there anymore, cause my friend was the one who always drove. And but whenever we do go out on these type of adventures, we always drink before we go. So we were kind of like feeling it, like, you know, a little tipsy. But anyway, she brought me to this one um, neighborhood where the houses, all the houses were huge, and but it was in the Diamond Head area, and the front yard has like I mean, it's just big and spacious, and it has a pavilion. Um, it's like a structure with a roof, but it's not enclosed. It could be enclosed. It could have had glass walls. I'm not sure, but then it was lighted up. You could see the inside. It was like there was 4 pillars and a roof, and it looked open, but it could have been glassed up. But you could clearly see that there was a coffin inside, and flowers, and I guess you could say it was a mausoleum or some sort. Um, but we used to park across the street. Like I don't know, is that morbid of us? But we used to park across the street, and we would um, talk ghost stories and talk about um, what do you call that? How the person may have passed away, like all the different possibilities. I don't know. It was just something that we did for thrills. And then we would go to um, this place that was um, at the foot of Diamond Head. It was called I think it was called Blackwell Point, which is close by Cromwell's. Um, anyways, same thing. It was a neighborhood. Right now, I think it's um, they have it. They have that because it was like a cul-de-sac, like a dead end road. But then it was in the neighborhood. There was houses on that street, and now they have it chained off, and then they have a security guard, I think, making rounds from time to time. But anyways, back then there was no security guard, no chain, and we used to go there, park the car, and then there was like this walkway that that is in between houses, that you walk down to the beach. And most walkways like that are public, but this particular one is a private walkway. um, I'm not sure if the house, oh, okay, right. Anyway, when you walk down the walkway, it's like, besides the noise that you're making, um, everything's silent. And as you walk down the path and you get closer to the beach, at the end of the pathway is a stairway that you can walk down, and there's a beach. But then I wouldn't recommend going swimming there unless you're an expert, or you're a skilled surfer, because the water there is rough, and there's no sand. It's just like lava rocks, and then water. Um, anyways, as you walk down the pathway, and mind you, everything is like pitch black. You can't really see. Um, but as you walk closer and closer to the end of the pathway, you'll start hearing babies cry. And it was like kind of freaky. Um, and it just gets loud. It starts soft and it just gets louder and louder and louder. And it just feels like it's in your ears. Like, I mean, it's not a, it's similar to like if when you hear ringing in your ears, but this one you hear babies crying and screaming in your ears. Um, and it's just so freaky. And then if you walk down the stone stairs, it I think I don't know how many stairs there is, but then after a while it stops, and then you just have to make your own path. And there's like large lava rock boulders. It's kind of weird because there's one lava rock boulder that's right in the middle of that beach area. In the middle of that area, there's like this flat lava rock stone. And the story that I was told by my friend Jay is that she said that back in the old ancient Hawaiian days, whenever there was a baby that was born with a disability or some kind of handicap or deformation or birthmark, they looked at the baby as not strong, imperfect. They looked at the baby as if like that was an omen, and if they didn't do something about it, the gods would get angry. So they would do human sacrifice there. They would bring the baby to the beach, and that slab rock is where they would hold the ritual. And that's they said that that's the reason why you can hear the babies cry. But yeah, when you go there, you can literally hear babies and children's not just crying, but it sounds like screams as well. Most everybody on the island grew up knowing that location as where babies cry. And then after going there, we would make one more stop before going home, and that would be at Diamond Head Cemetery. We used to go to the graveyard and we would park in the front. There was like not much parking in the front, but then again at night there wasn't much people going there. Anyway, we would park the car and we would make it facing this statue. This is a statue of Jesus, and it's Jesus with his arms out extended, well, extended more. If you flash your headlights at it 3 times and then you just stare at it, you constantly stare at it like you're concentrating. If you stare at it for a long time, the statue of Jesus will start moving. It'll start going like this, like it's dancing. They call it the dancing um, statue, or the dancing Jesus statue at Diamond Head um, Cemetery. But it's kind of freaky. I mean, it actually does move. It will do that because it worked for me. It happened to me. And then I hear that, I mean, I hear stories from a lot of other people where they know about the dancing statue, and that it started dancing for them. It's a statue of Jesus. Um, anyways, I don't know, it's just kind of freaky. Um, that's it for now. But I have more stories. I have another story about three statues at another graveyard. In the meantime, if you like this story, tap the like button down below. If you enjoyed, please subscribe for more stories to come. Anyway, take care. See you later. Aloha. Oh, look. Oh, look. Did you hear the gate? I heard the gate. Did you hear it? Huh? Okay, now I freaked out.